This is honestly like my favorite thing to do, especially after taking like a break from regularly making music as I have recently. But yeah, basically just coming back to like finding old projects and stuff. Literally just open my file explorer and look at various projects, have a listen, put things together. I've been sort of planning, as I have recently just come back to wait to sort of try and throw together a bit of an album. And so as part of that, I was kind of just looking through and listening to these things, and I found this, and oh my god. I don't know if that's as cool as I think it is, but oh my god. Like, I really like that. What it initially was just this bit here. So, just the loop. Actually, it was more like this, like that bit there. So it was just the loop by itself, and then it brought in drums and bass, or something like that. Anyway, this is the actual loop. So what it is obviously just a chopped up sample. So I don't really know how I picked the slices for this, but I guess I just went through and picked some interesting sounding ones. This sample is just this kind of soft, well, lo-fi synth melody from Somatics. And then I chopped it up, well, it's auto sliced. And then I came up with this progression, I guess. I don't remember actually making this at the time, but I quite like it. And because of the tempo, each slice, and they're not choking each other, so for example, this slice lasts longer than the length of it on the grid. So at any given time, you're kind of hearing the end of one and the start of the next one. Just a little bit. Which is what makes these ones with a gap afterwards. It doesn't create a complete like on off on effect. It kind of does actually sound like it's ringing out and then coming back, which is cool. Then we do have the bass. And then drums. So this is the angles break. Sounds like that. And I chopped it up a little bit. Again, so Taylor auto chopping feature came up with this. Today, what I arranged out this sort of bit here, split it up a little bit, and then came up with this sort of verse kind of thing. Actually, this is like the main bit of it. So the melodic part of it is pretty simple in comparison to the previous bit. It's just, if you ignore these passing notes, it's just like, quarter notes playing a particular slice, except for this last bar, which is a bit different. But it's just quarter notes on a particular slice, but the first one is different every time to lead into it. So it's just and then every time there are also some passing notes between the last one and the first one of the next bar. Which creates that sort of like bouncy, like there's a space in between each one, right? Because they don't quite fulfill the length of the beat. Then you get into the last bar where it kind of changes up a little bit. So it's similar. This note here is obviously the slice. That is the main feature of that bar. It doesn't do the first note being different. It's just, but it doesn't do that because immediately afterwards you get this. And so that's a little bit different. It adds again to that sort of bouncy feel of, but obviously this time there is no actual silence in between. It's just 4 hits. So it's, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. So then you get this drum loop, which sounds a bit like this. So what it really is just this. That's really the main fundamental bit of it. So it's just kick, snare, with like the ender on hi-hat. So to make it even simpler, it would have an extra kick here. And that's the loop. But then you take out every second kick because I felt like that sample's a bit too high intensity. And then the in-between kicks use this different slice, which is a bit softer. And then every 2 bars you have this upbeat extra kick kind of thing to go into every 4 bars the original intense kick. And then every 8 bars you have this turnaround at the end. Fundamentally it's a 2-bar loop, and at the end of it, pick up. Every 4 bars you get this heavier bass drum, and then every 8 bars you get the turnaround. So yeah, it's a simple bass with like a simple bassist with a decent bit of complexity to make it feel like it's moving. In addition to that, the first 4-bar loop is replaced with this sort of heartbeat, you know, drum beat into the main bit. And the reason for that is because I wanted it to bring down in intensity suddenly out of this sort of more chorusy section. And then bring it back together. I'm really into like this like soft drum and bass kind of feel. Obviously, without really the bass, it's really just like, I don't know, breaks. I'm sorry, I really like this. So anyway, the plan from here is kind of just mess around with it, come up with some more sections. It's only like a minute long as it is, so expand it. I'm thinking maybe get some vocals on it somehow, not me, just, you know, come up with something, someone. I don't know if it needs it. I feel like I don't really know what kind of thing would go with it. Let me know what you think, because I don't know if anyone's, I don't know. Need some more thought on that one. Exactly what would be best for that, but some kind of vocals I feel like would be sick on this, like, because I don't think it needs much more complexity. Just come up with a bass line for this and bring it all the way through. But other than that, like, keep it simple. I'm feeling like, I don't know. I need to think about this, but I just keep coming back to listen to this bit. It's kind of stupid, but I'm just, I'm so into it. Someone's got to do something on this, because, like, I don't know. I mean, I cannot. I'm not cut out for that, but someone has to. Anyway, that's where we're up to. It's pretty cool, I think. Let me know what you think. What kind of style of vocals it could use. Just general. I don't know. This kind of sample chopping thing is kind of new to me, so, you know, if you know what you're doing more than I do, probably could use some advice. But, yeah, let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm not even going to say that I'm back to making regular videos, because it never happens, but you've got this one, and then you might have some more. I've been doing some different stuff. that I'm thinking about making videos about, so you might see that soon. And potentially things will be changing a little bit to include a bit more variety of content. I don't know how that's gonna go, whether, I don't know, this is another, discussion, probably for a different video. Anyway, see you in like 6 months when I remember that I have this channel. Bye.